Hi, I am B. Janardhan Reddy. In this video, I am going to explain about hydrogen spectra. Before that, I will explain different types of spectra and later I will explain hydrogen spectra. We all know that electrons in an atom or molecule absorb energy and get excited. They jump from a lower energy level to a higher energy level and they emit radiation when they come back to their original states. This phenomenon accounts for the emission spectrum. So we are going to learn different kinds of spectra, that is emission spectra, absorption spectra, then what is the line spectrum, what is the continuous spectrum, band spectrum. All those things we are going to learn in this video. Okay. Now, what is spectrum? Let us see here. What is spectrum? Collection of group of wavelengths is called spectrum. For example, rainbow is a collection of group of wavelengths. See here, this is an example for spectrum, and in this 7 colors have been arranged. So each color has a different wavelength. Red color has one wavelength, orange color has one wavelength, yellow color has one wavelength. Like that, all these colors have been arranged here. So this is an example for a spectrum. Okay. Based on the origin, how they are created, the spectra have been classified into two categories. See here, one is emission spectrum and another one is absorption spectrum. Okay. Let us study one by one clearly here. First, I am going to explain what is emission spectrum. Spectrum of radiation emitted by a substance is called emission spectrum. Okay. So any source of light, that is sun, torchlight, and anything which gives light forms emission spectrum. Okay, so when the radiation is emitted by a substance, we get emission spectrum. When the radiation is absorbed by a substance, we will get absorption spectrum, that you will learn later. Emission spectrum is again divided into two categories, that is based on nature there are two types of emission spectra. Let us see what are those two types of emission spectra. First one is continuous spectrum and another one is discrete spectrum. So we have two types of emission spectra, namely continuous spectrum and discrete spectrum. So what is continuous spectrum and what is a discrete spectrum? Let us learn. Let us study what is continuous spectrum. See here, continuous distribution of colors such that each color merges into the next one, isn't it? So this type of spectrum is called continuous spectrum. For example, take rainbow. In this we have 7 colors: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. And these colors are not clearly separated. One color merges into the next color. That means there is no clear separation of the colors. Before ending of one color, next color begins. That's why this is an example, that is rainbow is an example for continuous spectrum. Okay. Here I am going to show you formation of a continuous spectrum. I already told you rainbow is an example for continuous spectrum. Here I am going to show you the formation of a rainbow. See here, this is a plane surface, okay, or it is a surface of a table. Okay, on this plane surface I am going to place a wooden slit. The purpose of this wooden slit is that when light passes through the slit, it will become as a fine beam. That means the wooden slit here makes the light as a fine beam, and I will allow that fine beam of light to pass through a prism here. Okay, so when light is passed through when a ray of white light is passed through the prism splits the light into different colors. See here, this is a glowing bulb which emits light in all directions, and some light is passing through this slit, and the light which is coming out of the slit will become as a fine beam or narrow beam of light. And when this narrow beam of light is allowed to pass through a prism, here we get different colors. Prism splits a ray of white light into its constituent colors. Okay, so here white light is passing through the prism, and this prism splits the white light into 7 colors. And if we obtain these 7 colors on a screen like this, you see here, so these are the 7 colors in a rainbow. Okay, so you can observe here, this is a continuous spectrum because all the colors are not separated clearly. That means before ending of one color, the next color begins. That is, the colors are merged with one another. Here, before ending of red color, orange color begins. Before ending of orange color, yellow color begins, like this. So this is an example for continuous spectrum. Colors overlap with one another. Okay. So here, based on nature, there are 2 types of emission spectra. That means emission spectra can be classified into 2 categories. One is continuous spectrum and another one is discrete spectrum. I already explained what is continuous spectrum. Just now I have shown you the formation of rainbow, and that is an example for continuous spectrum. Then what is discrete spectrum? Isn't it? And the discrete spectrum is again divided into 2 categories. See here, it is over, already explained. And discrete spectrum is further divided into 2 categories. One is line spectrum and another one is band spectrum. What is line spectrum? What is band spectrum? Let us discuss. Now I will explain what is line spectrum. See here, ordered arrangement of lines of a particular wavelength separated by dark space is called line spectrum. You can see here line spectrum. This is a line spectrum. Here lines are arranged, isn't it? And each line has one particular wavelength. Here red color line is there, orange color line is there, and yellow color line, it has particular wavelength. Green color line is there, and cyan color line is there. Here violet color is there. So all these lines of particular wavelength are separated by dark space. In between there are no lines, completely dark space is there. That means each wavelength is completely separated from other wavelength. That's why it is called as the line spectrum. So it's not a continuous spectrum. After ending of this color, next color is beginning, and there is a dark space also between the lines. So this type of spectrum is called as line spectrum. Okay. Here I am going to show you the formation of hydrogen line spectrum. For this I am taking a plane surface or the surface of a table on which I am going to place a wooden slit. This is the wooden slit, and this slit makes the light passing through it as a fine beam of light. Okay. And here is the discharge tube, hydrogen discharge tube. Hydrogen gas is filled in it. When current is passed through the discharge tube, hydrogen molecules dissociates and emits light in all directions. Okay, so light from the discharge tube passes through the slit, and the slit makes that light as a fine beam of light, and that fine beam of light is passed through a prism. The prism splits the light falling on it into different colors. See here, this is a prism. Now light is coming from the discharge tube, passes through the slit, and the slit makes the light as a fine beam of light, and that fine beam of light is passed through the prism. See here. So the prism splits the light passing through it into different colors. Okay, if we obtain these colors on a screen like this, we will get hydrogen line spectrum, in which lines of particular wavelength are separated by some dark space. That means these colors are not merged with one another. They are not overlapping. Some space is there between any two colors. Dark space is there. Okay, so this is the line spectrum of hydrogen atom. It is a discrete spectrum. Why? Because colors are not merging with one another. The lines are separated by some dark space. Okay. Now what is band spectrum? See here, continuous bands separated by some dark space is called band spectrum. You can see here. So this is a band spectrum in which there are certain bands, and these bands are separated by some dark spaces here, isn't it? That means in these dark spaces particular wavelengths are missing. That's why they appear as dark. So this is one band, this is another band. That means band means from range of wavelengths from here to here. I from this wavelength to this wavelength, from this wavelength to this wavelength, isn't it? So continuous range of wavelengths, okay, is called a band. And these bands are separated by some dark space. That dark space appears because some wavelengths are missing. Okay. I already told you based on origin there are two types of spectra, that is emission spectrum and absorption spectrum. And so far we have learned what is emission spectrum. Now we are going to learn what is absorption spectrum. Now I will explain what is an absorption spectrum. See here, what is absorption spectrum? A spectrum of electromagnetic radiation transmitted through a substance showing dark lines or bands due to absorption at specific wavelengths is called the absorption spectrum. So, during the emission, whatever the wavelengths of radiations are emitted by a substance, the same wavelengths will be absorbed when electromagnetic radiation is passed through it. And in the place of absorbed wavelengths, we get dark lines on the screen. So this is called as an absorption spectrum. Now I will show you the formation of hydrogen absorption spectrum. Okay. Now I am going to explain the formation of hydrogen absorption spectrum. Okay. See here. This is a plane surface or the surface of a table on which I am going to place a wooden slit. Isn't it? So the wooden slit makes the light passing through it as a fine beam of light or a narrow beam of light. And here is the prism. When different colors of light or different wavelengths of light is passed through the prism, it separates all the colors. Okay. Later I will obtain all the colors on a screen. And this is a glowing bulb and it emits white light in all directions. Okay, so the white light contains all colors VIBGR, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. And this white light is allowed to pass through hydrogen gas filled in a container. And in this container hydrogen gas is filled. Okay, so when white light is passed through the substance, through the hydrogen gas, and the hydrogen gas absorbs certain frequencies of light or certain wavelengths of light, and only the remaining wavelengths will come out of this container, and these wavelengths of light will be passed through the slit, and the slit will make that light as a fine beam of light, and finally that beam of light passes through the prism and the prism separates all colors. You can see here. Okay, so white light is passing through the container contained hydrogen gas, and hydrogen gas is absorbing some wavelengths in it, and the remaining wavelengths of light is coming out, and that is passing through the slit, and the slit makes that light as a fine beam of light, and that fine beam of light is passing through the prism. See here, and the prism separates all colors depending upon their wavelengths. It will separate all the colors. Okay, so here I am getting the spectrum, isn't it? So if you observe this spectrum, it is nothing but it is a continuous spectrum only. Some bands are there, and these bands are separated by some dark lines. Why we got these dark lines means, in the place of dark lines we would have missed certain wavelengths, and these wavelengths of light have been absorbed by the hydrogen gas here. Okay, so whatever the wavelengths of light will be emitted by hydrogen gas when it is taken in a discharge tube, the same wavelengths of light are absorbed in this case. Okay, so this is called as an absorption spectrum. See here, dark line is there. That means light is not falling in these places, isn't it? So in the place of dark lines, light is not falling on the screen. That's why they appear dark. That means some wavelengths are missing, and these missing wavelengths have been absorbed by hydrogen gas. That's why this spectrum is called as absorption spectrum. Some wavelengths are missing. Okay, so this is hydrogen absorption spectrum. Okay, here you can see hydrogen absorption spectrum, that is band spectrum. Continuous bands are there, and these bands are separated by dark lines. And here is the hydrogen emission spectrum. See here, the same lines are missing here. During the emission, whatever the wavelengths are emitted by hydrogen, the same wavelengths are missing during the absorption. Okay, so this is called hydrogen absorption spectrum, that is band spectrum, and this one is the hydrogen line spectrum. Okay, here I am going to show you the ground state and excited state of the hydrogen atom. You see here, this is the nucleus of hydrogen atom. It has only one proton in its nucleus, and there is only one electron revolves around the nucleus of hydrogen atom in the first orbit only. It has only one electron. That electron revolves around its nucleus in the first orbit. And here I am going to draw all the orbits in order to show the excited state of the hydrogen atom. This is the first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit. Here I am drawing all the orbits in order to show the excited state of the hydrogen atom. And n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, like this. N represents the principal quantum number, and the principal quantum number of the first orbit is n equal to 1 and the last orbit is n equal to 7 here. And hydrogen atom has only one electron that revolves around its nucleus in the first orbit. And the atom now is said to be in the ground state because the electron is revolving around the nucleus in the orbit in which it is to be revolved. Okay, now the atom is said to be in the ground state because the electron neither loses nor gains energy as long as it is in the first orbit only, revolving in the first orbit only. Suppose the atom gains some energy in the form of radiation, isn't it? Certain wavelength of light or frequency of light falls on this atom, interacts with this atom. What happens? The electron gains energy. Then it jumps from lower energy state to higher energy state. Isn't it? So it may jump from the first orbit to second orbit and third orbit, fourth orbit like this, or it can jump from first orbit to third orbit or fourth orbit, or it can jump directly from ground state, that is the first orbit, from the first orbit to the seventh orbit. Okay, so depending upon the amount of energy absorbed by the atom, it can jump from one level to another higher level. Okay, see here. Here energy gain, that means atom is gaining energy. At that time electron jumps from lower energy state to higher energy state like this, or it can jump from directly from the first state to n equal to seventh state, or it can jump from here to here. Okay, now the atom is said to be in the excited state, and the atom will no longer lie in the excited state, and the electron will come back to its original state by losing energy. We know that when electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level, it releases energy in the form of radiation. Okay, in the form of wavelengths. Okay, so the excited electron may jump from successively from this state to this to this to this, or it can jump from here to here, or it can jump directly from here to here. And depending upon the energy difference, we get wavelengths of radiation. Okay, see here. It is jumping from here to here. We are getting this kind of wave, and again it jumps from here to here. Now some energy has been released here, or it can jump from n equal to 7 to n equal to 1 directly like this also. Now energy is being released. Okay, now electron revolves in its ground state, isn't it? So we get different wavelengths how the excited electron jumps from higher energy to lower energy levels. Okay, see here. Here I am showing you the formation of hydrogen spectrum, isn't it? See here. Here electrons of hydrogen atoms are in excited state. It does not mean that it is a single hydrogen atom. There are some hydrogen atoms which are in excited state. Okay, so when electron transitions take place from higher energy levels to the first energy level, that is from 7 to 1. When it jumps from sixth orbit to the first orbit like that, then the energy released by them is in ultraviolet region, and we cannot see that ultraviolet light, and the series is called as the Lyman series. You see here an electron is there in seventh orbit, and it jumps from seventh to first orbit. When electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level, energy is released, and the released energy is in ultraviolet region. See here, in this region, 6 to 1, and this series is called as the Lyman series, and here 5 to 1, 4 to 1, isn't it, and 2 to 1. So when electrons jump from higher energy level to the first energy level, the energy released is in ultraviolet region, and we cannot see that light, and the series is called as the Lyman series. Next, here we can see the colors, that is the lines formed in hydrogen line spectrum, how these lines are formed, isn't it, and from which state to which state electrons jump. See here, when electron transition takes place from higher energy level to the second energy level, that is n equal to 2, at that time what will happen, you see here, when this electron jump from n equal to 7 to second orbit, 7 to 2, we get this line, violet color light. See here, violet color light we get. Next, when electron jump from 6 to 2, we get this color. 5 to 2, next 4 to 2, and this electron jumps from here to the second orbit. We get red color. Okay, so when electron transitions take place from higher energy level to the second energy level, we get line spectrum. These lines we have seen in the line spectrum I explained. So how these lines are formed, isn't it? This is the way. And this series is called as the Balmer series, and the Balmer series is in visible region. That means we can see these colors. We can see these colors. Okay. Next, when electron transitions take place from higher energy level to third energy level, what happens? You see here. And the energy released is in infrared region. That light also we cannot see. It's not visible. Okay, so that series is called as the Paschen series. Okay, here you can see transition from higher energy levels to third energy level, n equal to 3. Next, and that series is called as the Paschen series, and Paschen series is in infrared region. Next, when electrons jump from higher energy levels to n equal to 4, that is fourth energy level, see here, we get light in infrared region only. That radiation is in infrared region and we cannot see, and that series is called as the Brocket series. All these are the names of the scientist, isn't it? So transition from higher energy level to n equal to 4. Next, when electron jumps from higher energy to n equal to 5, you can see here, this series is called as the Fund series. In this case also, energy released is in infrared region. Okay, so of these 5 series, only one series is in visible region, that is Balmer series. And we have seen the spectral lines in line spectra, these colors only. Okay, so this is all about spectra and line spectra, band spectra, isn't it? So continuous spectra. Okay, so thank you.